Last but not least on the agenda, Tom Rosenwein is going to talk to us about Section 702 of FISA and a statement that we prepared and proposed to send to the Illinois congressional delegation.
Yes, hope everybody has seen that. It is kind of once more to the breach kind of situation. There have been a number of attempts to try and amend or rectify Section 702 of the FISA Act. By the way, there's an interesting article in the Wired publication folks may want to take a look at that also discusses this and discusses the fact that just the other day, the actual legislation was introduced in Congress to amend Section 702. It's the Government Surveillance Reform Act, it's now called. But the main issues, I think, as folks know, is to have a warrant requirement that is in the statute so that you have to have a warrant before you're looking at folks in the United States whose communications may have occurred with folks who are in foreign countries or are foreigners. There's also this closing of the data broker loophole, whereby government has been purchasing private information that tracks people, putting that together with the other information they have. The limitation on who is an electronic communications service provider, that is very expansive. And basically, almost any person or business that has a computer can be targeted by the government and forced to produce communications that they may have on their servers. And there are some other aspects, too, that would put some limitations on what can be done just sort of randomly by the FBI and others using this Section 702. One of the things that I just will mention briefly is that I had not been aware of, which is mentioned in this Wired article. In May of last year, the FBI director, Mr. Patel, closed down the FBI's Office of Internal Auditing. And that was a group that actually was trying to be a compliance unit and get the FBI to stop doing some of its backdoor searches that it was doing. In 2022, there were over 100,000 improper searches that went on. And as a result of having this Office of Internal Auditing, they very proudly announced that they had gotten it down in 2024 to only 5,500. So about, 15 a day. But anyway, that was apparently a little too much of enforcing compliance. So even that office got shut down. I will say that one of the important things about the legislation that I'm urging us to support is that it is bipartisan. There are groups of Republicans and Democrats who are supporting this and groups of Republicans and Democrats who are opposed to it. It was up in 2024 was the last time there was a concerted effort to make these kinds of changes. And in the House, the vote was 212 to 212 for and against. And our speaker went with the against, and so nothing was implemented. And that was a straight reauthorization, was really pushed by the Biden administration. They did not want the changes, just as the Trump administration does not want those changes. So it's very bipartisan, both sides of this issue, and very important that given the situation now, with a lot of concern about, putting it mildly, executive overreach, that these kind of reforms get put into place. Hopefully there is a better groundswell this time around so that we can get these reforms in place.
Thank you, Tom. Any questions on that?
Just one. Could you just reply to all on Carol's scheduling email and just forward a link to the Wired article that you mentioned?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, will do.
I would like to move that this committee formally approve the statement and urge that it go to the council board, and that the council board bless it as well, and that then the council send it to every member of the House and Senate from Illinois.
I'll second that motion.
And let me just add that it's imperative that it get done quickly because the vote has to be taken by April 20th. That's when the act lapses. And so the Congress is going to act by then. So we really just have a month to get our voices heard.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, it carries unanimously. David, you'll take it to the board? Okay, well, that concludes the formal agenda. Is there any new business anybody wants to bring up?
No.
Well,
Don't forget the vote.
Another good meeting. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Rob.
Well, yeah.